Hey, oh, hey. Hey, Golden Child. Happy Freedom Friday. Yeah, I'm doing a voice only podcast recording. You will see my picture, or you'll just see the podcast image screen. It's been a day, y'all. It's been a day. But I missed last week, so I said, let me not make this a habit, okay? You do it once, okay? It don't become a habit, but you do it again, okay? It becomes a habit, so I'm not gonna make it a habit of missing our Freedom Fridays podcast episode because I was doing so good. I think I had like 10 episodes back to back, so I was doing so good, but the week has been weeking, the day has been daying, the month has been monthing, but I am here, okay? So happy Freedom Friday. In this past month, we have been talking about New Year, Better You, and we have been discussing these different principles of transformation, of becoming a better you in the year of 2025. In the first week, we talked about awareness of self and of your surroundings. You can go back to the previous episodes from this month where we talked about these concepts. Last week, of course, I did miss, but I did already do a video on accountability. It was impromptu, so I guess Spirit knew that I was going to miss last week. So y'all still got y'all content and your information about accountability. But the first week we talked about awareness of yourself and of your surroundings and how important it is to be more self-aware, to not just be doing things out of habit or out of familiarity or out of routine, but to be intentional about tapping in and tuning into your subconscious. Your subconscious is responsible for 95% of your actions. Your conscious mind, your logic, what you are actively, quote unquote, in control of, is only 3 to 5%. So a lot of the things that you do are from your subconscious. And your subconscious is wired for survival. So do not blame yourself for what you have been doing to survive. But the more aware you become of yourself, of what you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself, and how you see your surroundings and your environment, the better you will become. The second thing we talked about is addressing limiting beliefs. I do energy work around uncovering and addressing limiting beliefs. This is something that has literally shifted my life, that has quantum leaped me into so many different areas of healing, so many different areas of awareness, so many different areas of just being a better me. I'm reading this book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and in that book, it talks about how the way that you see yourself, the way that you think that you are, is the way that you behave, is the way that you show up, is the way that you, excuse me, is the way that you be in this world. So the more that you can uncover and release those limiting beliefs, those beliefs that no longer serve you, those beliefs that keep you stuck, those beliefs that keep you in patterns, holding patterns and habits that are not supportive, that are not serving you, the easier it becomes to let those things go once you address and release those limiting beliefs. The third thing we talked about was accepting accountability. Accountability has been another life changing thing that has kept me on the path of transformation, that has kept me on the path of just being the best version of myself. Accountability is allowing other people to being vulnerable enough to allow other people into your goals, allow other people into your dreams, allow other people into the things that you require, need, and desire for your life. And by having accountability, it increases your rate of success, your rate of achievement from 40 to 50% to 80 to 90%. And for me, In some cases, it has increased my success rate to 100%. If you talk to any of my accountability partners, they know behind the scenes what I set out to do each week and what I accomplish each week. And these principles, as far as self awareness, addressing limiting beliefs, and having accountability, as well as what we're going to talk about this week, online action plans, these are the things that have supported me with accomplishing the things that I've accomplished and becoming who I am today. I had a conversation in the book talk this past week about how you know when the work is working. Sometimes you don't know until you're in a situation or something comes up or you're triggered and you don't react the way that you used to. You don't allow people to dictate how you're going to show up. You don't allow people to dictate how you're going to react or respond to a situation or circumstance. That's when you know the work is working. Sometimes it might seem like, oh, I'm doing this work and nothing is happening. Oh, I've been meditating. I've been, working out. I've been doing X, Y, Z, but I'm not seeing the fruit of my labor. If you think about the way that fruit comes to be, it takes time. It takes nourishment. It takes light. It takes giving it these resources in order for it to grow into fruit and to be able to bear fruit from your seeds. It takes time. It takes time. So it's important to be patient with yourself. It's important to be patient with the process. It's important to understand and know that you're not always going to get it right, and that is okay. Mistakes and mess are a part of the process in order to see your masterpiece. You already are a masterpiece. Your life is a masterpiece, but sometimes we get so caught up in the mistakes, we get so caught up in the mess that we can't see the masterpiece that we are. We can't see the masterpiece that our life is, but masterpieces require mess, and there's nothing wrong with being a little messy. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. There's nothing wrong with having mishaps and doing things that are quote unquote not according to others the right thing for you to do. Every single thing that you do, every single decision that you make is, can, and will be used as a part of your masterpiece. Know that nothing is in vain. No mistake or mishap or mess that occurs in your life, no chaos, no distraction, no disruption. All of it is a part of your masterpiece, the masterpiece that you are, and the masterpiece that your life is. So remember that. But today, talking about aligned action plans. When it comes to alignment, being aligned means being in tune with your inner guide, your inner wisdom, your intuition. Knowing that, yes, you can have plans in place. You can set up, okay, this is the goal. This is the habit that I want to implement. These are the things that I desire to do. But having action plans, breaking it down into steps to say, okay, this is what it's going to take. These are the things that it's going to take for me to do. And sometimes it might be for, if you're a um what am I trying to say? Let me pause real quick. So if you think about your energy types in human design, okay? Being aligned is one, walking in the energy of your specific human design, starting with your energy type if you're new to human design as a manifesting generator. Taking aligned action, making an aligned action step requires being intentional about utilizing the magic of the moment. When you're present, when you're aware of, all right, what is it? What's the next thing? What's the next aligned thing for me to do in this moment? The more you can do that as a generator, the manifesting generator, the more aligned your action plans will be and become. thinking out a week or two or a month is good for a manifesting generator and a generator. For a manifester, you can, your magic is in initiation. Your magic is in starting the project and delegating it to someone who can go the long haul. Manifestors do not have the energy or the capacity to really have the sustained energy without burning out or without getting into a space and place of anger and resentment if they see something through that no longer lights them up. Um, so it's important for manifestors to have this a bit, have the team and the support in order to be able to delegate the things that they initiate, that they start out when it comes to having an aligned action plan. A part of your aligned action plan is to get the support system, to get the team in place in order to be able to delegate and not beat yourself up because you don't have the sustainable energy. Your energy goes in peaks and valleys. You have highs and lows of your energy because unlike manifesting generators and generators, you don't have the sacral energy, the sustainable sacral energy to maintain and sustain the work. So I talked about manifesting generators. I talked about generators, manifestors for projectors. It is important for you when you're making your aligned action plan. You can plan out a little further, like quarterly. Manifestors, I would say stick within the, yeah, I would say for manifestors to stick within a 1 month, 1 to 2 month planning. Um, for projectors, you can plan out a little further as far as quarterly or even out to yearly. Just really check in and see when it comes to your action plans because you have the capability to excuse me, y'all. It's been a day, okay? I was in the ER with my 2-year-old earlier today and it drained me, okay? And I've been sick all week and my kids have been sick all week, so excuse me for my yawning. Um, but you can plan out a little further. For me, month to month has been working as a manifesting generator and I do week to week planning as well. I do end of the week reflections, end of the month reflections so that I'm intentional about checking in to see what's working and what's not working. So continue to check in with yourself, continue to check in with your inner authority, your inner guide, to see what's working, what's not working as you um, set up aligned action plans. And being aligned with your higher power, being aligned with your intuition, your inner guide is where you will find that you don't have to make as much adjustments when you're doing things in alignment with your design, with your inner guide, your inner authority. So for projectors, definitely being intentional about, yes, you can plan out further, but also being intentional about prioritizing your rest, prioritizing your nourishment, because that is where you get your energy from. 2 to 3, 2 to 4 hour time frames, time windows for your work, your work in your zone of genius. If you're working a 9 to 5, then of course, hopefully you're able to prioritize in the first 2 to 4 hours of your day when your energy is highest, your high priority tasks, and then the busy work with the rest of your day. But if you're an entrepreneur, then it'll be a little bit easier. You'll have a little bit more flexibility to be able to plan your days with 2 to 3, 2 to 4 hour time frames, depending on one, your energy and your partners, the people around you, whose energy that you're able to run off of as well. But for reflectors, you all have the widest range of vision. And again, if you want to learn more about human design, go to my website and you'll see the pop up, jaleesahardy.com. You'll see the pop up. Put in your information, it'll take you to the human design chart page where you will learn more information about human design. I have questions, frequently asked questions there. a video of my experience with human design, how it's impacted my life, as well as you can get your free human design chart. If you want to know more about human design, if you want to get a reading from me, feel free to reach out as well. I do read human design charts as well. I do them live and I do them recorded as well. And they are a part of my everything that I do, really. Part of my memberships, a part of my initial consultations as well. So, human design is it can be a life changing resource when it comes to finding, uncovering your most authentic self, because they were never lost. But back to the topic at hand and reflectors. Reflectors have the ability to um, cast the widest net, I would say, when it comes to visioning and setting out action plans. You can do 1 year, 2 year, 5 year. I wouldn't go any further than 5 years, but if you feel led to, you can. But of course, life changes, things shift, things changes, planets planets move, different things happen. But you have the ability to um, cast the widest net when it comes to seeing further out, for having an aligned action plan. But for you, because you have all open centers, it's important for you to be mindful of what you're taking in, who you're around, what you're taking in, what you're eating, what you're watching, the media intake, all of those things, because you can be so easily influenced by, and you can so easily pick up on the energy, the influences of those around you. So it's important for you to be intentional when you're seeking out an aligned action plan, to wait 28 days to hear clearly about what is the right direction for you. Waiting, going according to that lunar cycle is very important for you when it comes to setting aligned action plans and knowing what are the right decisions for you to make. Not, what am I going to eat today? I got to wait 28 days to figure out what I'm eating now. I'm talking about the big decisions when it comes to your business, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to family moves and changes, those types of things. Waiting 28 days, waiting the lunar cycles, and syncing up with the lunar cycle is supportive for you. Yes, this is not how society, specifically Western culture, we're taught to go, 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 just do it, get it done, move along, da da da. But for reflectors, take your time, pause, give yourself time to hear and be aligned with the things that are for you, and being intentional about constantly releasing, because you're constantly picking up energy from those people, places, and things around you. So, am I complete? Yes, y'all, I am complete. When it comes to a non-action plan, one, live according to your design. Be intuitively guided when it comes to sitting down and setting out your action plan, setting out the things that you desire to do. Make sure these are things that you desire, not something that somebody else desires for you. Make sure it's according to God's will for your life, and according to the things that you need, require, and desire. And that is how you use aligned action plans in order to have a new year and become a better you. Being a better you is about being aligned with the truest version of yourself, being aligned with the time of the things that are for you and releasing those things that are not. So, thank you as always for watching and listening to, well, today, listening to another episode of Freedom Fridays with Jaleesa the Golden Child, as we discuss and talk about. Oh, you know what? Do we have another week? Let me check the calendar. Is this the last Friday of the month? Oh no, we got another Friday. All right, bet. So next Friday we'll be talking about applying atomic habits. Yes, I'm gonna give y'all a little sneakity peek. But if you already watched the blog or listened to the blog, read the blog or listened to the blog, or have been in any of my group journal sessions inside of the Mr. Wolf Social Meetup, then you know what it is and what these concepts are of awareness, addressing limiting beliefs, accepting accountability, aligned action plans, and applying atomic habits. So, as always, as I love to end these, if nobody told you today, just remember I love you, I see you, and I'm so freaking proud of you just for being you. You are enough, you are worthy, you are valuable just as you are because you were born that way. No situation, circumstances, or person can take away or add to that. It was limitless and abundant when you were born. You have an infinite amount of value, worth, and enoughness. So, walk with your head held high. Shine bright like the diamond that you are. And live the life of peace, pleasure, and purpose that you desire and that you deserve. All right, y'all. Until next time, I will see you on another video. All right, y'all. This is Jaleesa the Golden Child signing off. Peace.